again. This is Kathy Daston from Moving with Presence Yoga Therapy. Today, what I have for you is a short practice that you can utilize anytime you need a little bit of a pick-me-up. Could be done in the early morning or later at the end of the day. For this practice, you'll need just a blanket, some kind of a yoga strap or a bathrobe tie, and a chair. We'll begin lying on our backs. And you can use your blanket under your head for extra support. Placing your hands for a moment on your lower ribs around the mid-belly. And allowing your attention to rest on the breath. So feeling the rise and the fall of your breathing. Not trying to change the breath in any way, but just noticing the breath as it moves in and moves out. Feel your feet relax on the floor. Feel your torso, your arms, and your head. Keeping this nice, easy, relaxed sense through your body and your breath, we'll take your strap and place the strap around the left foot. You can either place it around the ball of the foot or around the heel. And then keeping the right foot flat on the floor, start with this left knee bent and just bring the leg a little forward and back, or forward towards your belly and away from the belly. And find a place where when you bring your knee towards your chest, you start to feel your pelvis roll backwards and you feel your lower back start to push into the floor a little bit. Just knowing that that movement there is a little bit beyond what's available in the hip socket. So what I'd like you to do here, as you move the leg forward and back, find a range where your pelvis stays quiet so that you're not tilting or tucking the pelvis as the leg moves. For most of us, the knee will be about in line with the hip socket. And then from there, begin to extend the leg a little straighter. So you're maintaining the natural curve in your lower back. Holding one strap in each hand, we'll just start to take the leg a little out to the left and then a little bit across midline and over to the right. And with this leg movement, just noticing if your pelvis wants to roll a lot with the leg. Ideally, for this practice, we want to keep the pelvis more relaxed and quiet and have this movement come more through the leg in the hip socket. Just a couple more times, nice and easy. And coming back to center and pause, taking a couple breaths here. And then releasing the left foot back to the floor. We'll switch legs. Bring the belt around either the ball of the right foot or the heel. Holding one strap in each hand. And then again, just exploring here your hip flexion and how much you're able to bring the knee in towards you without the pelvis tucking or tilting backwards. So we want to have the movement come through the leg in the hip socket. So again, mine is about right in line with my hip here, my knee. And then I'll extend the leg a little straighter. It's not important to have the leg totally straight. Holding one strap in each hand, we'll start to drift the leg side to side. Ideally, for this movement, moving only as far as your pelvis stays more quiet and relaxed, so that we're really nurturing this movement at the hip. Stay with your breath. Nice and easy. And pausing back into the center for a moment, take a few breaths here and just relax. Let your shoulders soften. Let the eyes be soft. And then releasing the belt, bring your left foot back to the floor. And then we're going to roll over onto one side and press yourself up and away from the floor. So from this position now, we're going to come into a kneeling position. And feel free to use your chair here if you like for a little extra support. Chair is optional, but sometimes it can be a little bit challenging to balance in a low lunge without some support. So we'll be coming on into a lunge with the left foot forward. So I'm going to place my right knee on the blanket and then step my left foot forward into lunge. Now I have my hand on the chair for support. You don't have to have the hand on the chair here. And then I'll just walk my front foot forward, and I'm just simply going to lunge forward and back here. Nice and easy, torso is relaxed. Just moving in a range that feels comfortable and steady. Then coming back into more of an upright position, hands come to the heart. And I'm going to twist to the left. Take my right hand across to the knee and the left arm back. And just pause here and breathe in this little lunging twist. Feel the steadiness of your legs, the ease in the torso. Returning back to center. We'll switch sides. Bring the left knee down and the right foot forward into lunge. Hand can be on the chair for support if you like. Walking the front foot forward a little bit, and we're just lunging forward and back. So this is a movement through my hips, the knees, and a little bit through the front ankle. Keep this range of motion nice and smooth, moving only as far as you feel steady, coordinated, and relaxed. Coming back to center, bring the hands to the heart. Now we're twisting from the torso through the ribs towards the right. Staying here, bring the left hand across to the knee, right arm back. Staying here for a few breaths. There's no striving necessary. You're just being with your body and your breath in the moment. Feel the rise and fall of each breath. Returning to center, bringing the front foot back. Now from this position, we're going to come up to standing. And we'll be coming into a crescent lunge. So I'm going to turn to face the long edge of my mat. Bring the hands to the heart. Inhale, circle the arms out to the side. And as you exhale, bring the hands together, sit back into a little chair pose here. From this position, taking your left leg, reaching it back, landing on the ball of the back foot. Rising up, front knee is bent. And let's bring the hands to the heart now. So finding a steadiness through both the front and back leg. Once again, from the center of the torso, we're going to twist to the right. So turning through the chest, turning through the rib cage. Now if you like here, you can take your left arm forward and reach, and the right arm back, adding a little bit of connection of arms to this twist. stay here for one more breath. Returning to center, hands back to the heart, and step the right foot forward. Second side, inhale the arms halfway out. Exhale, chair, sitting back. Stepping back through the right leg now, landing on the ball of the foot. High lunge, bringing the hands to the heart. So for twisting here, we want to move through the rib cage. So as you're turning, the pelvis stays square to the front. It stays more quiet. And we're only turning as much as we have available to us to turn through the ribs. Once you arrive in your twists to the left, take the right arm, reach it forward, left arm, reach it back. Enjoy a couple of breaths here. Working steadiness through the legs and ease through the torso. Returning to center, hands to the heart, right foot steps forward. Coming into mountain pose for a moment, Tadasana. Feel the steadiness from your legs down through your feet. Taking one more breath here. Now, we'll turn to face the long edge of your mat. Take a little bit of a wider step between your feet, and we're going to rotate both legs out. I'd like you to focus on the top of the thighs. As you rotate your legs out, have the foot be a follower rather than driving the motion from the foot. So here, I turn the right leg out, the foot follows. I turn the left leg out, the foot follows. Take your hands to your backside, lower glutes, and gently sit back into your hands, thinking about your legs coming up towards your torso, rather than your torso coming towards your legs. So you're sitting into the hips. The knees are over the center of the feet. And let's take the arms, hands into prayer. Feel the weight even through your feet, from the center of the heel, ball of the big toe, ball of the little toe. Nice slow breathing as you create a connection and strength through your legs. Relax into your breath. And then standing all the way back up, turn the legs straight ahead and step the feet back towards one another. Standing in mountain pose, noticing how you feel through your body. And then I'd like you to come to take a seat in your chair. So I have my feet flat on the floor here. So for the purposes of this video, I'm not going to go through a lot of the intricacies of bringing your ankle to the opposite knee, although there's a lot of interesting things we could explore there, perhaps in future videos. But for now, we'll take the right ankle and bring it up and over across the left knee if you can. So I'm just going to keep the foot relaxed. Now as I bring my hands to my pelvis here, perhaps if it's available, you could start to tilt a little bit forward. So when you tilt a little forward, this happens through the pelvis. A lot of times we'll just round the shoulders as we move into a forward bend. So I want you to see if you can feel that you're tilting from your pelvis, maybe coming a little bit more forward on the sitting bones. It doesn't have to be far, but you might feel an increase in stretch sensation on this outside of the hip. And then returning back upright, let's bring the hands to the heart again. And we're going to take a little bit of a twist towards this foot. So we're turning towards the foot here. Then I'm going to take my hand to my heel and my other arm back. So I'm adding, again, a variation of twist. Take a couple of breaths here. If you like, you can press your foot into your hand a little bit. And breathing easy in the twist. Returning back to center, we'll take this leg down. Bringing the other leg up now, ankle to the knee. Again, we'll try that little bit of a tilt here, so hands on the pelvis. Try to notice whether there's a tendency for you to just want to round the shoulders or when you can feel the movement of the pelvis tilting forward. The spine follows along. Oftentimes it's not a very big movement, and that's totally fine. Staying there for a couple of breaths. You may feel some stretch across this outer hip. Coming back upright, hands to the heart. Now we'll take a twist towards this foot. Pausing there. Take the hand to the heel or somewhere along the foot, and the other arm back. Taking a little moment here to find your breath. If you like, you can press the heel into the hand against the heel. Feel the rise and fall, easy breathing. And then coming back into the center, releasing your foot down. Just take a moment here, let's roll the shoulders. When we do some shoulder rolls, being aware that your shoulder blades are moving. Shoulder blades floating up, shoulder blades floating back and down. Nice and easy, and go in the other direction. So have this movement come through the shoulder blades. Lovely. Then releasing your arms. Okay, so from here, we'll take our chair and set yourself up for legs up on the chair. Now you can have a blanket under your head. You could also have the blanket under your pelvis, which is closer to the chair. So I will show that variation. So I've just taken a blanket from its rectangle shape. You could use a bath towel as well. Fold it again in half so we have a little bit of a thicker blanket here. And I like to have the folded edge facing my body versus facing the feet. And then if you're going to use this variation, you'll bring yourself up onto the blanket, your bum up onto the blanket, swing your legs up onto the chair, and then coming down onto your back. And again, you could do this with nothing under your pelvis here, and take the blanket and place it under your head if you would prefer. Make sure you're warm enough. And if you have an extra hand towel or something, you can cover your eyes. Once you arrive here, we'll just settle in, and you can either let the eyes close or have them softly open. Letting your whole body come into stillness. And feel the rise and fall of your breath. Relaxing your head, all the muscles of your face. Relaxing through the shoulders and the arms. Relaxing the hands and all the fingers. Softening the belly. lower back. Relaxing all the muscles around your hips and legs. Feel the space between each toe and how the feet can be softly relaxed. Allowing your whole body to settle into a sense of ease and well-being. Feel free to stay in this Shavasana for as long as you like. May this practice help you to connect more fully to yourself, to bring ease and vitality into the balance of your day. Thank you for practicing with me. Namaste.